It is time for secret soap number 2. For this one, I did layers. This is some I've already made and cut, but I accidentally forgot to film the intro. So I already know what it looks like and everything. It is a layered soap. I was very apprehensive about doing, is that a word? Yeah, I think it is. About doing layers. Never done that before, and I was really concerned that it was all going to leak together and just bleed and turn into a big mess. But it didn't. And again, I can't tell you anything about it, so enjoy! I have separated my half batch into 3 equal parts, and so now I will be mixing in the color. The bottom color is going to be pink, so I am putting half a teaspoon of pink vibrance in. The second layer is going to be a very lovely shade of purple, so I am putting, I think, a full teaspoon, no, maybe 3/4 of a teaspoon, yeah, of purple vibrance in. And then the next one is going to be a lighter purple, not quite a lavender, a little bit darker than that. So I'm going to be putting into this one half a teaspoon of wisteria purple and a little bit of titanium dioxide. And I will be adding in the fragrance in sections. So for the first section, I will add in my fragrance, and then the next one, and then the next one, and so on. So here goes the pink. Now I like that pink, but I'm going to add a little bit of titanium dioxide to lighten it up. Now for the purple. I shan't do anything to that purple, it's perfect. Here's the next purple, and although that's the shade of purple I wanted, it's not as light as I wanted. So I'll be adding just a little bit of titanium dioxide. Ooh. Maybe a little more. Probably a little more. I'm also going to lighten this one up just a touch. That's a beautiful purple, but I'm trying to stay in a color scheme. I will now be pouring in the pink. I'm going to try to make these as even as I can. Oops! Ah, shoot. And that's why I need clips. Can you believe it? I went all the way to Walmart. And that isn't all the way from me. I went all the way to Walmart, got everything I needed, and forgot the clips. Ooh, the purple's in. I have a whole new appreciation for you people who do layered soap. This is taking forever. Now, it's what I want, and it's turning out the way I want, and the colors are spot on for what I wanted. But gee whiz, the time. Which, oh well, if it looks good, then who cares? I wish I could describe the fragrance to you, but I can't. I've been checking to make sure that none of my fragrances or anything have been in the screenshot, because I know some of you, Amanda, will try to sneak peeks, try to figure out what it is. Oh good, this one I can just pour right on top. So it's already set up. Okay. I'm really loving the colors. Those vibrance micas, man, you just can't even go wrong with those. So there, my friends, is the first half of the soap. Now I will get my lye water and oils ready, and I will mix up the second half of the soap. Now for the second half, and into the first bucket is going sky blue, half a teaspoon. Actually, a little less than half a teaspoon. And then in the next one is going apple green. And we are going to put half a teaspoon in there. Well, that's a very tall fourth, so half a teaspoon. And then in the next one, we're putting a fourth of a teaspoon. And I will add titanium dioxide as needed. There are specific shades I'm trying to achieve with this soap. So, that's a little dark. Let's add some TD. Much better. We'll stick with that. Now for green, just a tiny bit of this. It's very, very green. Add a little more. That's better. We'll go with that. Now for this one. Okay, I think those are about the colors that I want. Time to start pouring. Woohoo! Blue is going first. So, this bottom soap is pretty good and stiff already. So it's been sitting while I was filling the rest of these. Oh man. Yeah, those of y'all who do layered soaps, remember this is my first time. In 3 years of soap making, I have never done a layered soap before, so have mercy. I think some of the edges are going to be very, very crooked. And I'll be very, very surprised if it is even all the way down. There's the blue. Now we're going to do the green. Also, if you want your layers to thicken up a little bit faster in between, you can spray it with 90% rubbing alcohol. Don't do it too liberally. I haven't tested that, so I don't know what would happen if you did that liberally, but I just do a tiny amount on mine. Just like one, I do like 4 sprays per. Now y'all can see the green is all done. These are the embeds that I will be putting on top. They are melt and pour butterflies. And they have had a nice little sprinkling of mica. See here how the butterfly's outline is accentuated by the mica? Well, it looked like that and it looked good before, but since I put the rubbing alcohol on, it kind of went into the cracks, and that is what makes the butterfly's wings and design stand out so well. Okay, my pink piping is ready. This is the Atico 888 piping tip. As you can see, it's very ribbony. And that's why I'm not doing this like in a plotch or anything, because it's just a ribbon tip and it's not going to sit up anyway. So, man, this stuff is so hot. Ugh. I was trying to, you know, experiment with doing a hotter piping. Worst mistake. That's why I have this piece of tissue there, because it's so hot it's burning my hands. Egads. As Mother says, what a fool I was. Seriously. That piping just thickened up so fast that trying to do anything with it was pretty much impossible, so I essentially just slapped it on, which it doesn't actually look bad like that either. It's just not what I had originally intended, but at least the bottom has some scrolly looking piping. these are still able to go in quite well. I got my butterfly molds off of eBay, for anyone who's wondering. So let's zoom in a little, shall we? Take a look. You see the glittery, glittery, glittery? Super glitter. Super glitter! Ah! Gonna zoom out. Oh, these are gonna be great. Can't wait to cut them. I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. We are back. Now, thing I've learned, number one, is that you absolutely have to wipe the sides, because look what happens if you don't wipe the sides. That's thing number one. Now we're going to go ahead and cut the soap. Ooh, I don't know what it's going to look like inside. I'm kind of scared. Let's see. Well, that's not so bad for my first merry-go-round. It looks like this because I poured this light purple on the dark purple and it kind of smoshed it a little bit, so that's why it leaped up there. But the colors are pretty good, I think. There's next time I will probably measure my water. I will measure my solution so that I know for sure that everything's exactly even. Because apparently that's what happens if it's not exactly even. Which of course makes sense, but I guess I was just ignoring the fact that it might do that. So it's a little straighter on the top, a little more lumpy on the bottom. That's okay. It still looks good. It smells awesome. And I can't tell you what it smells like. That's just too bad. As we got into the middle, things got a lot straighter. And the good thing about this is that the colors are exactly what I wanted. I really can't believe that I got them that close on my first try. And of course I can't tell you why I need those exact colors. Y'all just don't get to know anything, I tell you. I am so mean keeping everything a secret. But this is fun, right? The anticipation and the build-up is fun, right? I think today I'm going to be doing soap number 3. It depends on what I have time for. And then I'm going to take a break this weekend. I'm going to see the cat. He has a friend that's graduating. We're going to go to a party. That's going to be fun. Maybe I'll vlog a little. Who knows? So yeah, they straighten up. All these lines have straightened up a lot better in the middle. I'm really, really happy with this soap. Really, really happy with it. Well guys, thank you very much for watching Royalty Soaps. I hope you enjoyed the second soap of the Secret Soap series, and I very much hope to see you next time. So until then, bye for now.